So today I am going to share with you a very simple way. Using it, you can see that your dandruff has been cured in the first wash itself. However, there are so many people who say that in the first application the dandruff was completely clear, but it came back again. So you really have to follow it sincerely and seriously and exactly the way I am telling you, and believe me, you would see that your dandruff is gone for the good and not repeating back. It is not coming back to you. So please be vigilant and look into how it is to be done. So the first step in curing your dandruff would be understanding the reason as to why are you having it, so that it doesn't come back once you fix it. If it is hygienic conditions, you really need to take into consideration your way of shampooing and the quality of shampoo, or maybe the water you're using. All these things have to be taken into consideration and fix it for once and all. If you are having dandruff because of the products that you're using, it could be anything. It could be wrong oil, wrong shampoo, wrong conditioner, any sort of DIY remedy that is not done properly. It could be anything. So please make sure that what kind of products you are putting onto your hair, on your scalp, that should not be any kind of hindrance in the growth, right? It could possibly be because of some infection in your scalp. Most of the time we see things as only dandruff. We do not understand that it could be a bacterial invasion, a microbial invasion that we don't understand. We only interpret it as some powdery substance on the scalp that we interpret as dandruff. But most of the time it is not dandruff, it is the scalp that is affected. If it is not flaky and powdery, please understand it is infection and you really need to see your dermatologist to actually fix it. However, if you feel that it is not that severe, I don't need to go to the dermatologist and I need to try something at home, I am going to suggest you something for sure. But please make sure to understand what is the reason of your dandruff. Once you understand it, you would be able to cure it and it will not come back. Number two, in the process of actually solving the dandruff issue, you need to understand that you have to clean your scalp in exact period of time. For example, there's a cycle of your sebaceous glands in the scalp that produce oil. So if the oil is being secreted like every third day you can see that the hair have become really oily and they need to be refreshened up and washed off. So you have to understand your wash cycle. If today you have washed your hair and you feel that the third day the hair are again oily, that's the point you need to wash your hair, because the natural oil is definitely to protect the hair follicle from falling off or not having enough moisture. But the sustenance of the secreted oil for a longer duration of time in the scalp could be really not good for the hair. So it is very important, as soon as the oil is secreted, you wait for a day and then you wash it off. So please understand your wash cycle and follow it properly. Third reason in the process of actually fixing your dandruff would be using good quality products. If I am going to suggest mustard oil for dandruff over here in this particular video, so please make sure that you use edible grade mustard oil and not any other mustard oil which is available in the market. There are so many mustard oils in the category of this is Temple's mustard oil, to light the diyas. This is for something else, this is for something else. Please don't go for it. The edible oil that you use in your kitchen is the one that you're going to use for topical application as well. So for the remedy, in a bowl, take 2 tablespoons of mustard oil. You can absolutely increase the quantities as and when you are comfortable and for whosoever you are using it. Now into the 2 tablespoons of mustard oil, you are going to put approximately 5 to 6 drops of lemon juice. Tentatively, you need to take half a lemon and squeeze it properly. Whatever juice you get, you can put it. Don't worry, don't just keep on counting the drops. So squeeze it well. Mix it thoroughly. It is not going to be, obviously they are immiscible liquids and they are not going to blend that easily, but you have to whisk it like very thoroughly so that it becomes absolutely uniform in consistency. You mix it well and then deposit in your scalp wherever you have dandruff issue. Most of the time the dandruff is not completely in the entire scalp, it is in some portion. If it is at the back of your head, it is because of your pillow cover for sure. If it is at the top of your head, it is possibly because the body is having a lot of heat and that's why it is accumulated at the top of your head. If it is sideways somewhere, it could possibly again be hygienic conditions or sweating or maybe your pillow cover again. So you really need to understand what's the reason and fix that for sure, and deposit this oil all over your scalp if you have the entire dandruff. Even if you do not have dandruff, you can do it once in a while to prevent it. Yes, it is a preventive measure as well. So as you deposit the oil in your entire scalp, yes, it is very much possible that you do it for the entire scalp as well. Even if you have dandruff in just certain areas, you can do it for the entire scalp and let it be for 45 minutes. While the application of the oil, please make sure you gently massage the oil onto this scalp, so that whatever hindrance is there, maybe flakiness or infection or whatever it is, it just comes out, it starts coming off, right? You don't have to scratch yourself, please don't do that. Just a gentle rubbing or scrubbing, I would say. You need to do it on the roots, and then wash up after 45 minutes with normal shampoo as you normally do. Once you do the shampoo, please make sure you are gently removing the entire problem on the scalp and pulling off the not the hair, the oil from the hair thoroughly. Make complete lather or whatever you're using, wash it off completely, and you would see that the dandruff has reduced minimum by 80% for sure. In some cases you would see that 100% of the dandruff is gone, but please don't rejoice that early. You have to follow it every single time you wash your hair. Obviously, if you're not washing hair that often, like every other day or every 2 or 3 days, you need to do this remedy minimum twice a week. Once you do it, you would see that the entire dandruff has been gone and the scalp is healed. That's the point over here. In the first application, you would see it is completely gone, but the scalp is not healed as of now. So when you stop, it comes back again. You do it again after 3 to 4 days, and so on. You keep on doing it till the time the scalp is completely healed and the condition is not returning back. That's where you stop. So this is the remedy for dandruff. If at all you feel that the scalp is having some sort of infection and it is coming back the very next day you wash your hair, that means it is infection for sure. And for infections of any sort on your scalp, you need to use Neem. Yes, Neem is the doctor for your hair. It can do wonders for your skin and scalp. So what needs to be done is, you need to have Neem leaves. If you don't have Neem leaves, you can have Neem powder also. In a pan, take 4 to 5 cups of water and add 1 tablespoon of powder, Neem powder, or maybe handful of leaves, whatever you have. Let it boil thoroughly. Switch off the flame, let it cool down for some time, and then strain it properly to have just the water. You just need to have the decoction and not the powder or the leaves. So please make sure if you are using powder, you have to use multiple layer of clothing to actually sieve the clear water out, and rinse your hair and your scalp with this water, and you would see in 2 to 3 application itself, the itchiness or maybe the dandruff or maybe lease, if you have, all of these things have subsided. So if you're having dandruff of any sort, maybe infection or any sort of flakiness or some sort of dust in your scalp, you can follow these steps and have a very clear and beautiful scalp for yourself.